Hi everybody and welcome to Paper Wishes Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig and today I've got some really beautiful cutting dies. They're brand new from hot off the press. I can't wait to show you what Debbie and I did with them, so come play with us. So I'm going to go through each one of these and show you what we've got. This is the birch tree oval. This is the holly oval. The robin set. The joy, hope, love, and peace set. The cardinal set, moose frame set, and classic oval frame. These are wonderful for mixing and matching and doing all kinds of creative things with. So let's get right to it. I'm going to show you this first card. This one primarily uses the classic oval frame. And let me show you what all these little pieces do. Let's cut these out so we can get a better view. So this is all of these pieces here. This one comes out of this one. Oops, you've got this nice oval, and then you've got these wonderful little swirlies. So here, this paper pack, I should mention, is new for hot off the press. It's coming soon. It's called Christmas Memories Paper Pack. And all of these wonderful pieces I layered with all the Christmas Memories paper. So here they had this wonderful sort of a deep barn red, and then I went ahead and used this border on top of that, and then I die cut this light green gingham using this one right here. This oval is a cutout from the set, and then of course topped it off with a little red sparkly bow from the red ribbon set from For Wishes, and I'm going to use that a lot through this section. And then this also used the little birdies set, or rather this is the cardinals. Yeah, the cardinals set. And I cut that out of this wonderful red glimmer paper. I'm going to show you more of that later. So here is another one. Okay, this uses the same Christmas Memories paper pack. This one uses for the base, okay, the classic frames, but it also uses the holly oval. Whoop, there we go. And I cut that out of some green paper that had a nice texture on it from that same Christmas Memories paper pack. And then once again used that red, beautiful, it's a Hunky Dory paper, and I forgot to grab it to come back here. It's the Shimmer card, and it's a beautiful red color. And then I added these wonderful little, for the holly berries, this is just our red jewel Dazzle stickers. We've had these around forever, and they're just the most versatile little tool. And I just applied those to all the little berries. I like to use the retractable X-Acto knife to lift those up, and we also have this great little pokey tool now. It's also a really handy thing to have. But as an alternative to this background, I wanted to show you the Diamond Sparkles Shimmer card. This is the emerald green, and here's that same cutting die cut from the emerald green paper. So let me put it here. Go. So that is also just really beautiful. And then Paulette did these custom Dazzle stickers. These are jewel glitter Dazzles, and they don't have the little gold outline on them, so they're a little bit more, I don't know, I guess berry-like. These come in large, medium, and small, the extra tiny. So we like to use just like this medium one and just put that over the small size. I think that works really well. And the large one works really well on the largest berry. And you see how I just lift them off, pull, put my finger on them. It keeps them from pinging across the room. I just place them like that. Oops. And then press those down. As you can see, it just gives a really nice alternative look for that. So I wanted to show you that. All right, so now this is also another paper from Christmas Memories paper pack. You're going to be seeing more of that later in the season. And this one features the love, hope, why do I keep saying love first? It's joy, hope, love, peace. And for this one, I cut them all out of that same green textured paper that I did for the holly leaves. And then I cut the cardinals out of the red textured paper from that paper. And I should note that when you're using the cardinals, here of a red cardstock. What I found is helpful is to take a slightly darker red than the cardstock you're working with, and then just to take a little bit of that darker color and put it on that belly of that cardinal, even along the tail. And that just gives that a little richer look, a little more detail. And here we'll So it gives it a little richer detail along the bottom of that cardinal breast. Okay. Move these out of the way. Lots of pieces today. I was telling Steve, my photographer, that. I was like, we have lots of pieces today. All right, so on this one, hold on, I'm having a foam tape issue. I got a bunch of little birdies stuck to my back of my card. All right, here we go. So for this one, this is the Birch Trees Oval and the Robin set. And then of course I used right here to make my border, I used these wonderful little swirls along the top edge there. And from the board set, I also just used these. So this was just cut out of craft cardstock. And then I went ahead and here's how this looks as it comes just like this. And then what I did was I just inked along the edges of those birch trees with a little brown ink pad. And with this birdie set, let me grab this. They come, all the little birdies. With those again, I found it was nice to just use a little bit of red. This time I used a little brighter red. And then on the back wing, that little bit of red all the way down to the tail. And then nice brown ink pad and Friar Brown. It's nice to use. Like a little bit of this, since it's a larger ink pad, it doesn't have that spongy applicator. I like to use my blender brush on that, and you're just gonna just take that along that edge too, and suddenly your bird has a whole lot of personality. Clean my brush so it's ready for my next thing. And then all of these little pieces of snow I wanted to show you. When you die cut the birch trees from white cardstock, in between all the trees it has all of these little pieces. You might call them the innies that fall out, or the negative spaces. And within those pieces you've got these extra little pieces, and those are little pieces of snow. You're going to take those and you just glue them amongst those little branches, those little Ys in the branches. And that just gives you an extra detail. So for this one, I cut it both out of the craft cardstock, that tan color, and a white, and then just use those white snow pieces. Okay. Oops. All right, so I thought on this one would show you that same technique, rather that same card, and we're going to build a card together using that. So this I went ahead and cut out my classic oval frame, and I used this Diamond Sparkles Shimmer card in the silver, which is just gorgeous. Just glitter paper, and then none of that glitter is going to come off, okay? So it's just on there. What we're going to do is we're going to glue that. I find that using sticky specs is really great when you have things like the birch trees with all that detail to glue on, but for a large area like this, I can just go ahead and use my Cosmic Shimmer glue. Just going to put a little bit of glue on there like that. Got my card here. This is a 5 by 6.5 inch blank card. You can get these at Paper Wishes. You can get them in packs of 10. You can get them in packs of 60. All right, so now we're going to take this one. If you haven't seen sticky specs, they are a marvel. I use these all the time with my die cut pieces. All right, so we just take these, and this is just filled with little tiny dots of glue. Put that on there. You get 4 sheets in a pack. And we're going to turn this into a sticker now. And then picking it up is a little tricky, so you want to be careful. And when it starts to, there's a piece there that's not attached all the way through, you start peeling it from the other direction. Woo! Blue. Don't want that. Now we're going to put this center. To move this so I'm right over the top of it. There we go. Right, and we've got our piece also cut out of that wonderful silver. Come on. Go. That right down there. Hopefully I got it nice and straight. Yep. All right. Now we're going to take the next step and we're going to use a little bit of Cosmic Shimmer Fluffy Stuff. I forgot to open this, so I'm going to take my scissors and open. All right, with Fluffy Stuff, this stuff is heat activated. We're going to, instead of using our little paper pieces, our little snow caps in there, we're going to use the fluffy stuff in the center of the trees. Do that just in that same manner. Like this. That tree. Where you think snow would gather. And we're going to add a little bit of heat to this. All right, so we're going to use the heat gun now. Put that on high. All right, and we're just gonna put that heat on those little bits of fluffy stuff. And it's gonna puff up and give us lots of dimension. And while it's puffing, of course, it's drying it out and kind of crackling a little bit. Hey, Steve, can we zoom in a little bit on this? There we go. Let's see what's happening here. I think I missed a spot. All right. Yeah, I like that. So now we're going to take some of our little white birds, cut out a white cardstock, and I put a little piece of foam tape on each one of those. And that foam tape just going to give us a little bit more dimension for birdies. Last one. There you go. So that gives you just a, oh, one more. There we go. So it gives us a really classic white on white look, and you've got dimension, you've got sparkle, and plus. So I have one more card here. Oops, did it fall off? There we go. So this last one uses the moose dye, which is just beautiful. I love all the detail in this, the moon and the shimmer water, the pool where the moose is drinking. And Debbie made this gorgeous card, and she did a wonderful coloring technique. First of all, she matted a card just with with navy blue cardstock. She die cut this from navy blue cardstock. But I'm going to show you this inking technique that she did on the background. Grab all the pads. So the first ink she used was, these are all Harmony inks and they're water reactive, which is going to be important. So this one is Pine Tree. So she started with the Pine Tree using the blender brush, okay? Craft mat, because we're going to get messy. All right, so she started by applying that Pine Tree at the top. And then the next color she used was, this is Bordeaux. This rich color she did right across here. And then she used, this one is orange. And then this one is Honey Pot, oh, right here. And then she ended with this really beautiful color. This is Ocean Blue. And we want to put some right here. Blot that a little bit so we don't get a big blotch as we start. And I like to start off the edge of the paper. And Debbie used some really vibrant colors here. So I'm going to try to match that. Oh, looks like we have a little oopsie down here. Well, that happens, right? When you handle your inks, you might get one ink transferred to another area. I guess it teaches us to use clean hands. All right. And we're just blending up into the color that was previous. So I'm blending up into that yellow. Go. And now, because this is water reactive, I'm going to take my mister with just plain water in it, and I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit water. Get this going here. Mist a little bit, and she even kind of like did a little bit of spattering there. And as you can see, that water is starting to react with that. Get this wonderful misted background. That'll take just a few minutes to dry, and then you can go ahead and use adhesive, sticky specks, or what have you to put on your topper there. So lots and lots of techniques here today, you guys. As you can see, the dies are fun, they're versatile, they're great for, really meant for a lot of different occasions. I think they can take you from the holidays and right into winter. And some of them are just great for your toolbox. So we have a great money saver on these. I would definitely check that out. If you are watching us on our Webisode page, they are on the right-hand side on the photo that says Money Saver. And if you're watching us on YouTube, then look below the video in the description box for the Money Saver link. There's also a link to paperwishes.com where you can find lots more goodies to play with. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.